football here on the Chicago News Broadcast Network, powered by IMS and Ever Sport. I am Cody Grant, alongside me, Benjamin Fonseca, bringing you the second half of action between the Chicago Eagles and the Windy City Ravens right here live at the UIC Pavilion in downtown Chicago. Benjamin, what a first half of the Eagles.
Wow, incredible first half. Well, let's say a great second quarter, because in this first quarter, there was a lot of mistakes, a lot of penalties. In the second quarter, they ended up stepping it up, and they ended up playing some defense finally.
We talked a little bit about the schedule during our last break. Let's take a look at it right now. Today, Windy City Ravens. And a couple of weeks later, March 12th, they'll be playing the Salina Liberty. We'll be here at the UIC. This is just their home schedule at the UIC Pavilion going up, because they do have the Sioux City Bandits next week on the road. They have the Wichita Force coming to town on the March 18th, and then on March 26th will be the Bloomington Edge. And later in April will be the Omaha Beef, April 16th. The Sioux City Bandits come into town. And again on May 28th, the Omaha Beef. I gotta say, I like the sound of Omaha Beef.
Right? Yeah, so, come on down and join us. I mean, great tickets, great seating, beautiful facility, downtown, not too far from downtown Chicago. Make a day of it.
Nice drive down here too on a Saturday. Wasn't too bad. You know, the traffic didn't pile up, got down there pretty quick.
Yes, yes. The traffic is always something else in the city of Chicago.
So Chicago Eagles come back on the field. They will be returning. Again, they are in their white jerseys with red and blue numbers and trim. The white helmets with the Chicago Eagles logo on both sides. Windy City Ravens out in their purple jerseys with white numbers and black tights and black helmets with the Ravens logo. As getting ready to kick off, their kicker is Mike O'Brien. Back deep for the Eagles, ready to go. It's a little onside script kick, it looked like they were trying to do. And not handling it as a little miscommunication, finally picked up by Anthony Hughes. He takes it out of the end zone, he gets hit, he breaks the tackle, almost gets pulled down at the 10-yard line. Wow.
It looked like he was about to break that until a shoelace tackle. Great hustle by the Ravens right there.
What do you think about that job by the Eagles right there?
And look at the miscommunication.
Yes, exactly, and that's what starts their misfortune. As you see, you got to handle the ball cleanly, and that's rearing its ugly head towards the Ravens and the Eagles right now. And also right here, it looks like the player he made a shoelace tackle. Great tackle. He got what he could get, and you know, basically in football, you're taught to go for the legs, and the legs will stop any momentum of any kind of runner out there on the football field.
So Chicago Eagles come back out. They have some new players in, wide receiver Jordan Boykin and Matt Brockman. Remaining at quarterback is Anthony Ionati. Under center, he's got a big fullback in the backfield, Terrence Foreman. And Ionati takes a snap. It's a design run. It looks like he throws out to the right at the 15-yard line. Hit hard on a short gain, about a 3-yard gainer out to the right for Jordan Boykin, his first catch of the evening.
I think he thought he had a free play there. As you show in the replays, you see 55 trying to get back get back from the neutral side of the ball. I think Ionata thought he had a free play, and that's what happened there. He was thinking about running, then he passed the ball.
So second down here, second and about 5 yards to go, as Anthony Ionati will break huddle and bring his team to the line of scrimmage. Out of the shotgun, along with fullback in the backfield to his left, Terrence Foreman. 2 wide receivers on the outside. They're going to get a running start as they go. The snap is made. Ionati takes it, looks left, throws a bullet pass over the middle. Caught in the 25 by Matthew Brockman. Close to a first down. I don't think it was quite the 25. They're going to give him a first down at about the 23-yard line. Nice throw from Ionati and Brockman. They played together last year for the Chaos.
And here we go. You got the quarterback dropping back. Basically, it's just a 3-step drop, and he gets rid of the ball real fast before the defense can get to him.
They know each other very well. They won the championship in the GFL last season.
And that's what you need. When you're a quarterback and you got a receiver, you need that connection. You need that, hey, this is when I'm throwing the ball, this is when I'm going to catch it.
So first and 10 near the logo at about the 24-yard line. The Eagles break huddle. Anthony Ionati would go out with trips left to the wide receivers as he moves in motion. Tyrone Galvin tells him, get up on the line. Got to have 4 guys on the line of scrimmage. Matthew Brockman in motion with Jordan Boykin. A high snap taken by Ionati. Throws deep to the end zone. Has Boykin and couldn't make the catch. Close. Pretty decent throw, but good coverage by the Windy City Ravens.
And there you see the outer edge coming into play there. Now, I believe he makes the catch. Now, there you go. 55 is really getting close to being offside. Now, here you go. I think the receiver right here was scared of running into that post. That post doesn't really give way. So you run into that barrier, you're bound to get hurt. So I think the receiver was worried about that, so he couldn't come down with the pass. The ball hit his hand. He needs to catch the ball.
That was Jordan Boykin trying to find a spot on this team. Exhibition game here between the Eagles and the Ravens. Both teams still trying to figure out who the core players moving forward in the season. As Ionati takes the snap, throws a little slip screen over to Boykin out to the far sideline, gets hit into the wall, so there's a flag down as he was going out at about the 20, between the 20 and the 15, let's say about the 17-yard line, but the flag is down. Have to see what that is.
And the reason why you're seeing a lot of screens here is because you can't run the ball as efficiently, so you need something to make screens, and you need something that takes the defense and, you know, pushes them back, makes them think that there's going to be some kind of run, some kind of short pass, so they're not all thinking that, you know, they have to play back, and the linemen have their heads, they have their ears pinned, and they're going for the quarterback. And
the Eagles have been pushed back. It was holding on them, so they could drop back a few yards. They're going to take it from the 21-yard line. They remain first down, first and long here. As Ionati looks to the sideline, he has two guys on the left, Matthew Brockman and Tyrone Galvin will get a running start. As Ionati takes the snap, drops back, looks left, fakes a pass on the pump fake, travels to the right. He's going to take it himself. At the 20, there's a flag down. It's going to be a block in the back, I believe, on number 50, their offensive lineman, Anthony Bullock, as Ionati try to screen out to the right and take it himself. That's going to be another penalty for the offense.
And this isn't looking like a good start for the Eagles here. Yeah, I think it's going to be a holding coming back.
Well, watch here. He fakes the pass, and watch when he comes around.
Exactly. He comes around, but I think the lineman is confused here because as he grabs a hold of the jersey here, he misses his assignment here. You know, he's supposed to get out to the outside, but instead he lets the pump fake him out, and he doesn't get out to the outside to make that block, so the quarterback can have some more room to run down the field.
And it goes back to what you said earlier, Benjamin, about having the chemistry. It's going to take time for the guys to realize what they each can do and their different skill sets. When you know you have a running quarterback, you have to be cognizant of that and realize that that may happen sometimes, so you have to keep those holds in check.
Exactly. And you can't grab a handful of jersey.
So this is going to be a first and forever as Ionati out of the shotgun. He's standing at his 4-yard line, the line of scrimmage at around the 9. Takes a snap, high snap, he controls it, looking downfield. Good protection, caught at the 15, juking back to the near sideline, out to the far side, breaks a tackle, going all the way at 15, 10, one man to beat, cuts back inside 5, trying to get to the end zone, he's in, diving was Tyrone Galvin. You thought that play was going nowhere, but Galvin makes something out of nothing and takes it coast to coast, a 40-yard catch and run for Tyrone Galvin, his first touchdown of the season on this exhibition game for the Chicago Eagles.
And one thing people got to understand about arena football is a lot of one-on-one. It's one-on-one, and as you see here, it's a one-on-one play. It's 22 has to make the tackle here. He's one-on-one, he's by himself. If he doesn't make the tackle here, this is what happens. You run forever.
Well, it's such a small field. It makes that one more move inside, but he has another man with a stiff arm.
Yeah, and he makes that cutback, which was great to set up his block. And that's what you want to do. You want to set up the blocking to go to the outside to the angle. You don't want guys to, tackle you, so you set your blocking up correctly. And fortunately for the runner, he got a good block, and he took it to the house.
So the Chicago Eagles strike first here in the third quarter, 39-13, as they will go for two. Ionati out of the shotgun, 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. They move in motion on the right, hands it off to his fullback up the middle, pounding through the line of scrimmage, and he is in. Terrence Freeman gets a 2-point conversion, making it 41-13 Eagles with just over 10 minutes to go in the third quarter.
The Eagles have came out here to make a statement. And that's what it looks like. They're letting everybody know that the Eagles are here, they're brand new in the league, and we're here to play.
And look at the big boy trotting off the field, Terrence Freeman. One more look at that catch and run by Tyrone Galvin. Look at the missed tackles.
Right there, you have to make the tackle. You have to make the tackle on the initial contact. And this is a beautiful way of setting up the block. As most people probably at home, you gotta set the blocks up. And here we go. This is a one-on-one game, and you have to make a tackle. If you don't capitalize on your one-on-ones, this is basically like basketball. Yeah, one-on-one, you gotta stop. You gotta make a stop. If you don't make a stop, you're not gonna win.
And give credit to Tyrone Galvin to his speed, his vision, his tenacity, breaking those tackles, using the stiff arm, using the jukes, using the spin, everything in his arsenal to bring that all the way. 40-yard touchdown, catch and run. Now we've seen 3 40-yard passes, too, from the starting quarterback, Brennan Crawford, as he hit Hunter and Howard earlier, and also that one from Ayanati hitting Galvin.
And this is a great way to come out. This is a great way for the Eagles to come out. First exhibition game, new home, new everything. Great way to come out.
David Wynn will look to send it deep as it's a little scribber. And it goes through a couple Ravens defenders. Now down to the 5, finally picked up by Freak Jackson. And he's trying to run, get nowhere to go. Finally brought down at about the 6-yard line. The kicking unit of the Chicago Eagles, the special teams, so important, being coached today by Lavelle Armour, who actually is a player coach on this team. And of course, there is no Jeff Karras, who's usually the offensive coordinator. He does take over some special team duties, but Lavelle Armour will be the special teams coach here today. He's doing a good job getting his team ready.
And the purpose of the squib kick is for the mishandling of the ball. Here we go. We're looking at the play once again, and he just makes that initial move at the beginning just to get away from the defender and take it to the house.
So bad field position again for the Windy City Ravens. As coming on the field are the Eagle Chicks again. They're going to throw some free T-shirts to these fans here at the UIC Pavilion. Good turnout in the first game, the inaugural opener at the UIC Pavilion here in downtown Chicago for our very own Chicago Chaos.
I feel like we haven't got a shirt up here. I feel like we're being discriminated up here that we can't get a shirt. So, I mean, I'm looking for my shirt. I know Cody needs a shirt. I got my director, Pete, he needs a shirt. So we're trying to get a shirt up here. I wonder if we can get one out here. I mean, I wonder if it reaches this level, actually. So now we got the Ravens. They're going to take over the ball at the 6-yard line here. Got the coach out here asking a couple of questions about the screen to see. I think we're having some complications with the screen.
Trying to fix it up here.
Yes, they are.
And look at the players, Chicago Eagles.
They're having a good time out there. I mean, and they should. I mean, they should. As long as they keep up their intensity and they don't let up. In this game, you can score points quickly.
Windy City Ravens, quarterback Demetrius Jones out of Notre Dame and University of Cincinnati, his second year here with the Windy City Ravens. Looking to his fullback, going to the game plan, Marjon Twitty, as trips right. Twitty in the backfield, he gives it to Twitty right up the middle. He's stuffed right at the line of scrimmage and pulled down hard. In on the play, Anthony Bullock bringing him down.
Once again, the blow up. It doesn't look like the offensive line can hang with the defensive line. As you see, the pressure by 54 in the backfield. I mean, to run an efficient offense, you got to make those blocks. You can't have the defensive line living in the backfield all day.
That was Brian Glenn making the first hit, and Anthony Bullock finishing it off. Under center, Demetrius Jones trips right. Running back in the backfield is Twitty. Throws a screen pass to about the 3-yard line, cutting upfield to the far sideline, hit hard. It goes down to about the 12-yard line. That was Freak Jackson.
Another screen play, similar to a run. You get good yardage off these screen plays. As you see here, the screen play out to the right. Make sure you have a couple of blockers in front of you and a couple of missed tackles. You get about 5 or 6 yards on the carry.
So it'll be a third down here for the Windy City Ravens as they started deep in their own territory.
And like I said, the screen play serves as a run play. It serves the same purpose.
Make sure Jones under center. He's got one wide receiver to his left, two to his right. Running back in the backfield is Twitty. Moves in motion on the receivers on the right, takes the handoff, hands off to Twitty right up the middle. He's hit, trying to make a tackle, turn forward. And it looks like
fumble.
He lost it, and going back the other way, the whistle did not blow. And scored a touchdown, they're going to give it to him. Chicago Eagles take it back all the way on a 12-yard return. And you know what, they didn't call anything. He took it away, that was Kevin Morris Sr. The officials are talking about it at the 15-yard line.
It doesn't look like he was down. It looks like the ball was coming out before he was down.
It's tough to see on that angle.
Yeah, it's really tough to see, but it looks like the ball, once again, a hand gets in the ball.
Closer look here as the running back on the play, Twitty. He's right there.
No, he's still not down.
And number 7 on your screen.
As you notice, the ball is on its way out. He's already got his ball on the hand. His hand on the ball, and the player's still not down.
And they're talking it over here as they say his knee is going to be down. That's going to stay with the Ravens. It won't be a no,
it's a touchdown.
It's going to be a touchdown.
What a turn of events.
Now they say down by contact. As I saw the head coach of the Windy City Ravens, he was very frustrated, Pedro Carreda. That's why I thought they were going to call the...
And what's going on, it's a turnover, but since the player touched him while he was down, he's down on contact.
So obviously Windy City Ravens not happy with the call because it is a fumble, but they do take the points off the board because he was down by contact on the return. Number 7, Kevin Morris Sr. Still a great play by Kevin Morris, one of the DBs of the Chicago Eagles team.
And what the Eagles did is basically hold up. They held him up so another guy can actually get his hand in there. That's a great play. You've been seeing guys do that forever. As you see right here, he does it himself. He holds him up, he sticks his hand in there, and he strips it. He does the whole play completely by himself. There is no down. The ball's already coming out. So you see right here, he holds him up, and then he's stripping the ball while he's holding him up. What a great play. That's a great play.
And he was down, though. That's why they call it down by contact. Yep. So offensive play, Ionati hands it off to the cutter. That's on to Boykin on the run. And he gets down close to the end zone. Jordan Boykin on the little sweep from the outside comes to the far sideline.
That's a great play right there. Just a sweep, get him some yards right here, actually get him closer to the end zone. Also, it gets him a first down. The sweep play basically serves as you want to get some yardage, you want to get some positive yardage. Now, if you get something that breaks out to the outside, that means that you can end up possibly scoring on that.
First and goal for the Chicago Eagles. They break huddle. Anthony Ionati, Matthew Brockman on the left. He's got Jordan Boykin on the right. He's got a fullback up front and a running back in the backfield, Calvin Phillips. Taking the snap, hands out to Phillips, right up the middle, trying to push up. He's got some teammates helping him, and they're going to get him in the end zone. Calvin Phillips.
That's why you take your lineman out to dinner.
Another touchdown for the Chicago Eagles. And Benjamin, you're exactly right. I bet you Phillips will be buying them a nice steak dinner tonight.
Yes, he's definitely around Morton Steakhouse around here. So here we go. You got a simple handoff. He does get stuffed at the goal line here, and as he's getting stuffed, look at the linemen. All the linemen come in there. Look at that. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 linemen, and you got even a running back in there that wants to do the push as well. That's just great teamwork right there. 48-13.
Benjamin, you mentioned too, he really did get stuffed for the first line of defense,
yeah.
But it just their team still kept pushing. No one gave up on the play.
And that shows that these guys are starting to gel together, come together, and you know, they're not that far away from being a good team.
The snap was fumbled and trying to make something out of nothing. He scores. That's going to be a 2-point conversion. What a play by the placeholder. He fumbled the snap.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't planned. As we see right here, he fumbles the snap. It looks like the snap comes, he's not looking to snap all the way in. He doesn't look to snap all the way in, so he fumbles. You got to keep your eye on the ball. But lucky for him, it's a big break, and he ends up getting in for the 2-point conversion.
It did work out nonetheless. Jordan Boykin on the play. The placeholder, he couldn't handle the snap. Says, I'll take it myself.
Exactly.
Gets another 2 points. So 48-13 lead for the Eagles. That's going to make it 50-13 with that 2-point conversion. 6:08 to go here in the third quarter, and the Chicago Eagles are rolling. They have not looked back. The Ravens actually had a lead earlier in this game, 7-6.
Yeah, and it looks like the Ravens are falling apart out here. And for them to be a team that's on another level, it should be the other way around. These guys normally are used to playing with each other, and the Eagles are brand new. I mean, I don't know how much practice time they've gotten, but they're brand new.
Yeah, first game so far for the Chicago Eagles. First game action here. It is an exhibition game. This game will not go against the record, but it's good to see them clicking on all cylinders. Kickoff is a low script kick taken at about the 7-yard line, going straight up the middle is finally brought down at about the 23-yard line. That's Twitty, their big fullback.
And you see right there, when you handle the kickoff cleanly, you get about a good 20 yards right there.
Just run straight, and they got some good field position now. Their best field position to start so far in this game.
Yes, it is. It's definitely. They've been starting at, their average start has been from the 10 and lower.
The Chicago Eagles Broadcast Network, powered by IMS and Eversport. I'm Cody Grant with Benjamin Fonseca. Pleasure being here. The Chicago Eagles and the Windy City Ravens at the UIC Pavilion, downtown Chicago. See the Eagles taking care of business here at this first home opener exhibition game, up 50-13. Time winding down in the third.
And it was a great day to come out today too. Beautiful weather. Beautiful weather, and people wanted to come out. Well, we're a football city, and people love football.
First and 10 for the Windy City Ravens. Back in at quarterback is R.J. Gabaldon. He did start the game, but then coming in was Demetrius Jones. Now back in, though, is R.J. Trips left, one wide receiver to the right, pulling back is Demetrius Jones. He's going to get a head start. Taking the snap is R.J. Throws to the left on the screen. As caught, but going to be brought down in the backfield. Christopher Blackman had nowhere to go. Swarming to the ball was the defense. Getting the first hit was number 7, Kevin Morris, who forced that last fumble.
Now, this is where you got your corners that blow up this play. There's no blocking on the outside whatsoever. And this is what I'm talking about. In this game, it's about one-on-one. And right now, the one-on-one battles are being won by the Eagles.
And Kevin Morris has been a fun player to watch here tonight, all over the field. You see him right there calling line changes, playing linebacker for the Eagles here most of the second half. Now he's split out to play defensive back and guard the star receiver, Christopher Blackman. Out of the shotgun on trips left is quarterback R.J. Gabaldon, who started the game. He's been in and out so far throughout, and he pulls his receiver, Demetrius Jones, get a head start, takes the snap, fumbles the snap on his knees. He's going to have to run it himself. He's hit hard. Double time. First by middle linebacker Gerald Freeman, and then second by Ayub Almeida. And there's multiple flags down. I think that's going to be unnecessary roughness. I think it might have been a helmet-to-helmet.
Yeah, I think everybody lost their flag on that play.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against Chicago.
Yeah, definitely unsportsmanlike conduct. It looks like some altercation happened after the play. Here we go. Another snap that's fumbled by the Ravens. And I'm trying to see where the late hit comes in. And right here, as you see, he had nowhere to go. And once again, it goes back to not handling the ball correctly. You don't handle the ball correctly, you give the defense more time and more seconds to get to you.
I'll tell you what, the penalties have not really hurt the Eagles in this game, but they got to shore this up before next week because they have one of the best teams in this league, the CIF, Champions Indoor Football League, as they play the Sioux City Bandits next week on the road in Iowa.
Yeah, I don't think they want to have these same kind of mistakes against a caliber team as the Sioux.
Windy City Bandits out of the shotgun, 2 left, 1 wide receiver right, moving in motion on the left receivers. Taking the snap is RJ. He's looking to the right, a little sweep pass to his running back and brought down after no gain on the play. We have another flag as there was extracurriculars right there. Number 7 of the Kevin Morris on the Eagles and number 8, that's Freak Jackson. They were going at it on the opposite side of where the play was happening.
And if this is against the Eagles, that's just not a good penalty right there. You're not even involved in the action, so why force a penalty like that?
And plus you're up 50-13 right now.
Preliminary signal is a dead ball foul. Late hit against Windy City.
There you go, it's on Windy City. So I guess that Kevin Morris was just letting Freak Jackson. I'm not going to take that.
Exactly, he wasn't going to take that, and he shouldn't. I mean, the officials are about to take control of this game, make sure it doesn't get out of hand. This is what happens in most games. You don't want, at this point, with the lead and how you have it, you don't want things getting out of hand. You don't want chippiness out there. You want to keep things calm. And let's get out of here with everybody staying healthy and injured-free.
There's a picture of the Windy City Ravens coaches. That's Pedro Carredo and Richard D. Leon.
Yeah, he looks like he's been frustrated with the officiating all night tonight.
And officiating meet at the 20-yard line, and they're going to bring out, it's going to be a timeout. And we're going to stay here on the Chicago Eagles Broadcast Network, produced by IMS and Ever Sport. Cody Grant here with Benjamin Fonseca is the Eagles Chicks. Fans love the Eagles Chicks here at the UIC Pavilion because they're giving out free T-shirts.
I was trying to get us some free T-shirts, but I haven't seen anything come up here.
So the Ravens talking things over. They're down here 50-13. A comeback pretty much insurmountable. This game is for the most part over, but for both teams, you still want to see what you have because this is preseason. They're still trying to fill out the roster, and the Ravens have guys that they're probably going to have to cut, and the Eagles, we know we have the guys that are going to have to cut.
And there's going to be a lot of guys out there that are playing for jobs right now. And this is what's going on right now, is that a lot of guys are playing for jobs. That's why the officiating crew needs to keep this under wraps, make sure that everything's handled correctly, and not let this game get out of hand. Because once you let the game get out of hand, you're going to start seeing other extracurricular activities after the snap.
That's something you do not want. One more look at the home schedule for the Chicago Eagles. They'll be back in action after this game, and not until March 12th against the Salina Liberty. They're going to play all those teams from the CIF Champions Indoor Football Northern Division. Back in action here, Windy City Ravens come out of the shotgun. Is their quarterback, R.J. Gabalden. 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 wide receiver to the right. He pulls over now. Freak Jackson wants him to move back in motion, and Dougie Willingham. He throws a pass over to Dougie Willingham and caught at about the 20-yard line on the ground. He corrals it inside, didn't trap it. Good play by Dougie Willingham to avoid a hit.
Yeah, that was a great catch. As you notice, he had his hands underneath the ball. One thing, you have to have the hands. As long as you have the hands underneath the ball, it's a catch.
And remember that unsportsmanlike penalty that just happened, so it's still going to be a 2nd and long here as the first down marker sitting in about the 7-yard line of the Eagles. So still a long way to go for the Windy City Ravens as they break huddle. Coming out is their quarterback, R.J. Gabalden. Let's see how they set up here. It's going to be trips to the left, 1 wide receiver to the right. The lone receiver is Demetrius Jones as Gabalden taking the snap out of the shotgun. Moves back again, Willingham and Freak. Takes the snap, looks left, looks right, throws to the right, a little high bouncer going up to catch it and brought down. There's a flag on the play. It was brought down by Demetrius Jones, but who is the pass interference on? Is it offensive or defensive? It's going to be offensive pass interference. That's going to be pulled back. It looked like Demetrius Jones pushed off, so that's going to be a repeat of downs, and they're going to lose some more yardage.
It was looking like he needed more space because once again, as you see in arena football, the barriers play a role here. Once again, he drops back the pass, but for him to get enough room, as you can see right here, he pushes him a little bit right here for him to get enough room between the barrier and the goal line. Here's the goal. Here we got another angle. He drops back, and right there you go. See, the hands, it was not much. It's not much. It's just a little bit, but it's enough to draw a penalty.
It was a great play by Demetrius Jones. Nonetheless, he did come down with a spectacular catch, but still ruined it right there. But the question is, Benjamin, would he have had the space if he didn't do that?
Well, I
It could
think
have been a pick.
well, he could have, and I think he would have had the space. I really don't think he even had to do that. I mean, there's barely contact there.
Mitchell Jones has had a good game for the Windy City Ravens, but his team unfortunately down 13-50. Out of the shotgun is R.J. Gabalden, one running back in the backfield. He hands it to him and gets stuffed in the backfield, brought down, hit by Brian Glenn. As nowhere to go for Christopher Blackman, who had a huge first quarter. He had a 40-yard touchdown run, but he's been stuffed since.
Well, the defensive line is starting to show up here. As you see right here, the snap happens. He just beats him with a swim move. I mean, right here, he beats him with a straight swim move and just goes basically right around the offensive lineman. And even the offensive lineman tapped his chest, said, "My bad, my bad."
Mose Rice, the center for the Ravens on that play, just got beat by Brian Glenn. Beautiful play by the nose tackle. The shotgun, 2 wide receivers right, 1 to the left. The quarterback positions, R.J. Gabalden on the shotgun. He moves his 2 wide receivers right in motion as they get a head start. Takes the handoff, throws one deep downfield. He's got a man, but it's intercepted by Chris Muhammad. His second turnover of the game as Muhammad tries to turn back to the other field. He's at the 10, spins around, gets hit, laterals it, but it looks like it was a forward pass maybe. No flag on the play. They're going to call it dead. He tried to ladder it to Anthony Hughes. I don't know if that was legal.
Yeah,
but I think he got away with one there.
I think he did get away with one. That looks like a forward pass.
They didn't call it though. So 1st and 10 Eagles, and a great play nonetheless by Chris Muhammad, just playing free safety out there. That ball drops right into the gift basket, trying to make something happen on the other end. He scored a touchdown earlier, remember, on the missed kick, the block kick, I should say. He went 35 yards the other way. Check this out again one more time, Benjamin.
Well, there's a cardinal rule in officiating, and that's why he didn't call the penalty there. He didn't want, as you see right here.
I think that was after.
It was after.
It was definitely a forward pass.
Yeah, it's definitely. But there's a cardinal rule when it comes to officiating. If you're up big like this, you don't lose the ball. You're not gaining anything, so you let things like that go. There's things that you do let go.
And we have a whistle being blown. We're almost to the end of the third quarter here, 50-13, as the officials will take a timeout. And coming back.
And here we go.
Field.
We're back to the replay, and this is what happens. It looks, and this is the thing with the linemen and defensive line. And this is how good the Eagles' defensive line is becoming throughout the game. They keep on getting stronger. They keep on getting stronger. Well, once you're as a quarterback and you start feeling that pressure.
Deep downfield on the pass. Ionati touchdown. All in stride fits Jordan Boykin. And Ionati just gunned that downfield, showing his arm strength. Jordan Boykin beat the defenders. On the guarding was number 7, Christopher Blackman. He couldn't stay with them. And Boykin is in untouched for a touchdown. One more look at that one, Benjamin.
And here we go. They snap. He steps back. He just runs by him. He just ran straight by him. Ran straight by him. And he had 2 guys open out there. He didn't just have one. He had 2 guys. He had the guy that was on the streak, and then I think this is the guy that came across the field for them to get the touchdown pass.
So scoring almost right at the end of the third quarter, going to attack on to the lead, 56-13, Eagles lead, as they will try the extra point. David Wynn. And let's see if Jordan Boykin holds on to this one and doesn't try to get another 2-point conversion.
He might try to pad his stats today.
Boykin has played phenomenal in the second half. He had that 2-point conversion. He had the touchdown right there from Anthony Ionati. Another 40-yard touchdown, the 4th one we have seen here today. I think the other one it was only a 39-yard touchdown.
Yes.
To Galvin.
Yep.
And kick is wide left.
Wide left.
There's a flag on the play.
It might be another illegal formation.
Legal formation is going to be the call, and it's going to be on the Eagles, though.
Yes.
Illegal formation against Chicago.
So they will decline it, the Windy City Ravens, that is, and it will be kicked off by the Eagles.
7 seconds for the third quarter.
And here we go. Here's another touchdown pass. As you see, as he ran, he was the last guy. So basically, he was the guy that was in motion, that was going back, and then he ended up taking off. And that's key right there, because as the corners stay stationary, you got a guy that's coming at you already with a full head of steam. So that makes it a easier way to get open.
It makes it tough on the defender.
Yes, it does. It definitely does, because as you can see, he got beat there. This is going back to the fumble play. And here's the throw down the field.
Look at the arm by Ayanati.
But look at the space. Look at how much he had, how much room he had. And I think that's because he was one of the guys that was in motion that was definitely taking off. With a full head of speed, you can't expect a corner to always stop somebody.
Eagles up 56-13. That's just another different rule here in the CIF Indoor Football League. Champions Indoor Football, Chicago Eagles, Windy City Ravens. You get that luxury of getting a full sprint. I mean, almost a full sprint. They're coming back from 10 yards deep, and they're getting a full head of steam.
Exactly, and you got to look at some of these guys run a 40-yard dash in 4.3. So the speed that some of these guys pick up, it leaves your corner at a disadvantage.
So kicking off for the Eagles is David Wynn. As they're sending it deep to the Windy City Ravens. Freak Jackson's back to receive. Ahead of him is Twitty. But Jackson will take this at the 10. Up middle, cuts to the far sideline at the 20. Cuts outside to the 25, to the 20. He gets hit hard. There's a flag down. Making the hit on the play was number 21, Quinnell Johnson.
Holding coming back.
And here Benjamin call holding there. I think you're exactly right. That's going to come back. And the Ravens are going to have some more tough field position. So that went out at about the 24-yard line. We'll see what the holding was. We're going to see where the Windy City Ravens are going to be marked. They've only really had one possession when they started from the 20.
Yeah, they've had horrible starting possessions this whole entire game. And I think that's what's been shooting them in the foot. I mean, how many times are you going to start at your 10, your 7, or your 5? And I think the one before the end of the second quarter, the one at the end of the second quarter. And here's another look at the touchdown pass. But the one at the end of the second quarter, they were starting at the 5 and got pushed back to the 3, and they almost had a safety, but it ended up, I think it was a fumble on that play.
Eagles chicks back out on the field. Looks like they want to play some football because they're still talking about in the middle of the field where they're going to mark this. They had it at the 17-yard line. It was a holding on the Windy City Ravens on that return. So it looks like just a little officials timeout as they get everything situated. The officials for this game, again, Jim Wojak-Witte, TJ Cunningham, Floyd Sutton, Don Swanson, and Rich Grubby. Doing a fine job.
And that's the difficult part about officiating is remember where you need to put the ball at after a penalty happens, especially in football.
Also, the Windy City Ravens are going to go back to Demetrius Jones at quarterback, as I don't see RJ out there.
Well, they're looking for any kind of spark or any kind of momentum that they can carry over into the next game. I mean, as you're a player or you're a coach, you want some kind of momentum going into the next game because momentum is big in sports. And people don't realize how huge momentum is. The more momentum you have, the better you are and the quicker you pick up victories.
Now again, the Windy City Ravens are coming from a league right below the CIF, Champions Indoor Football League. As for the Chicago Eagles, this is their first game action. It's an exhibition game. It will not count against their record. And they're going to have a big test next week as they play the Sioux City Bandits in Iowa, their first regular season game of the season. And then they come back home, though, to the friendly confines of the UIC Pavilion right here in Chicago, Illinois for 5 straight games.
And that's great because that's where you can build up a good head of steam. And remember, we're not playing a long 82-game season, or we're playing a short, 16, 15-game season where you end up, you need the wins quickly, and you need wins when you can get them. You can't fall 0-4. You got to start off fast. And, they are going to Sioux City. And it's going to be a difficult test for them, and you don't want them being sluggish out there or getting off to a slow start.
They're going to play a total of 13 games this season, including this game, so 12 regular season games, all against the Northern Division of CIF champions indoor football. You're tuning in to Chicago Eagles Broadcast Network, powered by IMS and EverSport. I'm Cody Grant, along with Benjamin Fonseca. Pleasure, thank you for tuning in. Chicago Eagles taking care of the Windy City Ravens